Okay, you're back with us. We're talking to Benny Antiporda, the National Press Club president. And so we have ASEAN media men, journalists here in the Philippines now, and they're also taking a stand with the Philippines on this issue.
Yes, they arrived last Thursday, and
Okay.
we conducted our board meeting. And on that board meeting, I explained each and every detail about the Maguindanao Massacre.
Okay.
Then, tinanong ko sila kung are they ready to support us in our fight for
Okay.
justice, because it's 4 years already.
Okay.
They said, okay.
Okay.
I said, we will hit the streets.
Okay. Did you come up with a paper or some kind of a statement?
Yes.
Okay.
We came out with a Manila Declaration
Okay. Oh,
on
that's
our
great.
quest for justice,
Okay.
and they joined us in our. We conducted a torch parade from the National Press Club to the to Mendiola.
Okay.
Torch parade and whistle parade.
Okay.
We don't say anything, but we just
Whistle.
blow a whistle to wake the
Up to where did you go? Up to Mindiola only?
up to Mendiola, yeah.
Okay.
Just to wake up the government, and the fire of the torch symbolizes the there's a darkening already of shadow of justice. No? So we need this fire to at least this torch light will give light
And
to the families.
what was the response of the Presidential Guard? Did they stop you at the foot of the bridge? Or?
Of course, same as usual.
Okay.
As usual, it's the
The Don Chino Roses.
Don Chino Roses.
Roses bridge.
Yeah.
I mentioned that because you could always have said, we're not actually on protest. We're just going to go to the Roses house to have dinner.
Yeah.
In front of the palace.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Roses, it's a good restaurant.
It's a good restaurant. You could have said that, and they would have enjoyed the food. Yeah.
So when we conducted the rally, I talked in front of the people, and I said, just take care of the family. But please refrain from adding insult to injury, coming up with statements that will only hurt not only the victims but us who are helping them.
It begs the question. I'm sure, Benny, if you don't mind my using, trying to use that name, no, but the president has a very large social fund, and previous presidents have used this to help charitable institutions, NGOs.
Maybe it was only meant for senators who help him.
That's why I was trying to coax it out of you, no? He could have used his social fund to be able to help the Ampatuan NGOs or rather the Ampatuan Massacre,
Well, maybe we need another Anderson Cooper for him to move again.
I mean, it doesn't take much if there are 30 plus victims, the president comes out with just 30 million or 35 million as a trust fund for the victims.
Actually, you don't need to spend that much. What's important for us is the daily living only of the families.
Just to help them.
Yeah, just to help them.
Yeah.
Even let's say if you can give about 20 to 30,000 a month, that's sufficient enough for them to live. And that will serve as a moral booster for them, not to get into the words arreglo.
But
and
how come?
ayusan.
But how come here you are? We have been able to solve this problem, and it seems the government is unable to solve it. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't take a rocket scientist to be able to see the formula for trying to look for a way out of
Yeah,
this. No?
and would you imagine that it is the National Press Club who's trying to reach out to them and telling them already what to do?
Okay.
Because we're not critical to the government. We're more of a solution-based
It
organization.
should be, yes.
And
And that's why you offered the solution,
Yeah.
30,000 a month. I'm saying maybe even 30 or 35 million, one tranche. Or here, you form your foundation, you form your trust fund, here's 35 million, that will take care for the meantime. That will be the help of the government.
seems to be like, the government
They're not
expects
moving.
that the NGO will do something for the families. But actually, it's not our responsibility. We're just helping here. This is the responsibility of the government. And when they said that the government will not give any compensation to the family because it's not his fault and it's not his term when that thing happened.
I can just imagine, I don't know whether the government is able to quantify the impact that this massacre would have, taken in other parts of the world. This is a first in the Philippines, like Yolanda is a first.
Yes.
Imagine if this happened in other countries like Malaysia or even in the US, where you have 30 plus media men, all massacred, all shot. How do you think the institution of government would have functioned in order to make sure that justice and the families of the victims are taken care of by the state? I would just like to hazard how other countries would have handled this in comparison to ours. And perhaps, maybe, our government would be awakened and say, we have not only a moral responsibility, but,
Yeah, I'll just set an example. In the U.S., if you see a person lying in the street with an injured knee because of, accident in bicycle, everybody get crazy. Everybody, call 911 now, fast. Everybody comes out, everybody gets medicine, everybody helps the person who got the accident. But here in the Philippines, see how many thousand people lying in the street, dead because of the typhoon. Seems like it's okay. So, now, if this happened in the United States, definitely, I can see that, they will do something to prove to the people around the world that they're not tolerating what the politician have done.
Yeah.
They will try to do something to even, mend the broken heart of the families. But here, parang okay lang.
This is an
Parang
issue.
natural lang na may namatay. They're trying to tell us that these people who died because of press freedom, they're trying to tell us na this is just a simple crime. This is not work-related. This is not about press freedom. But what I'm trying to tell them again, forget about press freedom. What we're talking about here is these people are Filipinos who needs to be protected by their government. And they deserve to be protected. Paano mo sasabihin na wala yan, hindi na mo work-related? So does it mean pabayaan na natin na matay na?
But even the point of saying that this is not work-related is a complete, irony. Why? They were there precisely to cover the filing of a certificate of candidacy. So what is that? Is that
They
not
said-
part of the job to be able to report the filing of the certificate of candidacy of the Vice Mayor of Buluan, Mrs. Maguindanao? That is work-related. Just as a police is escorting his boss to protect his boss, that is work-related.
Yeah,
So,
that's what they're saying, just to cover up their shortcoming. So now, we know that there's something hanky-panky happen at the back, no? Kung saan kaya nga sila hindi sinamahan ng authorities, it's because the Ampatuans has contacts in the AFP and PNP also, telling them not to secure the filing of the candidacy.
Benny, let me ask you, how was the response of the people from ASEAN when they got an idea or the details of the Maguindanao Massacre?
Well, sad to say, marami sa ating mga kapatid sa Pilipinas yung tinatawag na ningas kugon.
Hindi, pero yung sa mga ASEAN, yung mga nakwentuhan mo,
But the ASEANs, talagang...
were they shocked? Were they aghast? Were they surprised? Was there outrage? How could it happen?
They're sad. They're sad. Because, you can see na, though press freedom is so free in our country,
Yeah.
but if you really look at it deeper, it's not. It's not. Mas grabe dito sa atin dahil open yung batas natin when it comes to press freedom, pero pag pinatay ka, hindi na nagagamit yung batas.
The forces of evil are also as free,
Yes. Yes.
free as our press
And
and
that
media.
is impunity.
And that, in short, is impunity.
Yes. Yan ang sinasabi natin dito. Na wala ng batas. Walang nasusunod na batas dito.
Did our ASEAN friends learn anything from the Maguindanao Massacre?
Yes.
What did they
Learned a lot.
What did they pick
Because-
up? What are they bringing home?
Yeah, because before, the Confederation of ASEAN Journalists, our practice is we don't interfere with the affair of
Internal.
each and every member countries.
Yes.
So if that's a problem of the Philippines, it's your problem.
Okay.
Now, they learned that we should, do something hand in hand.
Uh-huh.
And we, the Filipinos, are the first
Okay.
country who did it when one of our presidents in Malaysia, named Hatta Wahari,
Okay.
was suppressed by their government because he wrote an article.
He's still president, no longer.
No longer, no longer.
Okay.
He's the past president. At that time, I'm the vice president.
He was sanctioned.
He was sanctioned. He was kicked out of his office because the owner of the paper is also the government.
Okay.
I went there all alone.
And you were arrested, no?
No, not because
Did they plant anything on your
no,
suitcase?
because
No.
I've been factual in my statement. All I said is because they have a law when it comes to
Yeah, an Internal Security Act.
yeah, then,
Similar to Singapore and other
what
countries.
what I requested, what I said is maybe it's about time that the government of Malaysia reconsiders their treatment on press freedom issues.
Okay.
Because if this is really a free country, press should be free too. That's what I told them. And as simple as that. But, the feeling of being supported.
Why was he kicked out? Because of certain...
Writing an article critical to
Critical
the
to the government,
government.
okay.
And the owner also of the newspaper is the government. That's why he was...
There is no private corporation or there are no private initiatives in terms of enterprise, in terms of media or newspapers in...
Well, still there is a hand or the powers that be at the back of
So
the...
there's a voice behind the curtain, is that
yes,
what we're saying?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So it's not totally free.
Yeah, it's not totally free when it comes to Malaysia. That's why what we've done there is, we only express our feelings in a way that we don't disgrace the name of the government. So when we, the Filipinos, started that gallant move,
Okay.
now after the board meeting, they said we should do that.
Yes.
That if the member country will request for the assistance of the Confederation of Asian Journalists, we should be present in that country and support them in all their fight, especially when it comes to press freedom.
This is a very potent force actually if, if really well managed and well administered, and then, you're able to get more memberships and, you're able to come up with one voice.
Yeah, but it's I'm proud to say that it's the Philippines who initiated that, and we're proud of it. Because alam naman ng tao, matatapang ang Pinoy.
Okay.
Matapang tayo. To the sense na yung pinaglalaban naman natin, ginagawa naman natin na maayos, hindi tayo nang babastos, hindi tayo nang aaway. But matapang tayo to the sense na sasabihin lang natin yung tama at totoo.
Okay. Was there some kind of sharing in terms of every ASEAN country's own take on their press freedom, present status, and what it should be as far as, what they perceive or dream it to be?
Yeah, we share informations about that, and we come up with a solution, no? Because basically what I'm trying to tell them is we should be solution-based rather than we talk about the problem. We talk about the solution first.
Okay.
So we can...
and then propose it?
Yeah, and then propose it. Then after that, we'll come up with something that, can help each and everyone. Rather than debate with each other regarding the problem without any answer. So now we're doing good. The first, we got that project already in Malaysia. Now the second project will be this Maguindanao issue, wherein we will really
There's
fight
a common
for
stand.
it. Yeah, there's
for
a common
everybody.
stand on this. Yeah, our common stand only is justice, and that is declared in the Manila Declaration.
Okay. How has the response been by other media outlets,